What's going on, everybody? C4 here today. Very excited to bring you the opening of how Connected Franchise Mode is going to work on the channel. We're going to be doing NCAA, where we're going to look at all the prospects: Sam Darnold, Connor Williams, Saquon Barkley, and so on. And then tonight, you're going to be getting your first taste of the 2018 Madden 18 Philadelphia Eagles Connected Franchise Mode. But we are going with the Franchise Mode universe, so you're going to see everything going on in college and everything that will happen in the pros. So what we're going to be doing here today is going to maybe a little bit lengthier than the standard forthcoming parts and segments of NCAA, but we'll be looking at notable players to keep an eye on throughout this NCAA season, as well as we're going to be showcasing the game of the week. I will stress right now, I can make the rosters as accurate as possible because it is NCAA 14. We're not going to have things like the college football playoff, and the schedules are kind of difficult, so the schedules are not going to run in line with the real-life schedules. Like, for example, I'm controlling the Florida Gators as the base team. They're playing Michigan opening week. I couldn't make that happen, which is kind of frustrating. But outside of that, it's more about the prospects and being able to follow their careers from college to the pros. So quickly looking at the quarterback spot, everyone knows Sam Darnold from USC with a 98 overall certainly has to be on the Heisman shortlist. We have Lamar Jackson, who again, it's going to be more interesting, not what freakish numbers he puts up, but is he going to declare or not? We have Mason Rudolph, the very talented senior from Oklahoma State. Baker Mayfield, the talented senior from Oklahoma. But I would say probably Mayfield more so than Rudolph will be in consideration for that Heisman shortlist. Josh Rosen from UCLA, Josh Allen from Wyoming are other names of guys that, probably will go in the first round for quarterbacks. Looking at some outside options, you do have Luke Falk from Washington State. Throws the ball a lot. They throw it a whole lot. So, I mean, if you want to look for more of an air raid type quarterback, we have JT Barrett and Quentin Flowers, two guys that, may be outsiders for winning the Heisman, but more so if they do declare, which, I mean, they have to, they're seniors, switching positions at the NFL. You see a guy like JT Barrett, 6'2", 220, that's much more of a wide receiver. You look at Quentin Flowers, 6 feet, 210, maybe more of a running back than a wide receiver. Both these guys, very intriguing prospects, to say the least. You have Austin Allen from Arkansas, another senior. Fitzgerald, the quarterback from Mississippi State, probably will come back for another year. Jake Browning from Washington, Stockstill from Middle Tennessee. Trace McSorley from Penn State, another interesting guy. Is he going to declare this year or not? I want to say maybe not. We have Nebraska. We have DeAndre Francois, Jalen Hurts, young quarterbacks that are looking to get things started this year. We'll just go for the 90 overall players. Looking at running backs, we have Saquon Barkley as a junior. Most definitely will be declaring, one of those guys, fringe top 5 pick, Leonard Fournette. Who? We have Nick Chubb bouncing back from Georgia. So many people seeing if he could bounce back from that injury in his senior season. We have Ronald Jones here from USC, very talented junior. Royce Freeman, the senior for Oregon, trying to improve his draft stock. Darius Geis from LSU. Even though he has a 95, a lot of people consider him the second best running back in the nation, myself included. We have Myles Gaskin at Washington. Bo Scarborough from Alabama. Is he going to declare or not? Bunch of these guys, pretty much almost all these players. Justin Jackson, Northwestern. Mark Walton, Miami. These guys here all could be, a good stellar campaign. Find themselves right in the Heisman discussion. We have Justice Hill from Oklahoma State, very talented sophomore. Mike Weber from Ohio State, another good sophomore. Akram Wadley from Iowa, senior guy trying to improve his draft stock for sure. Kalen Bailage from Arizona State. This guy here, doesn't he have the record for he had an insane game last year, 8 touchdowns, something crazy like that. Another guy to keep an eye out for improving his draft stock. May slip into the second round. We have Crawford, Webb, Olsen, Jalen Samuels. We got Rodney Smith, Sony Michel, 1-2 punch there in Georgia. Both those running backs definitely should be getting drafted. Philip Lindsay of Colorado, Cameron Petway of Auburn, rounding out the 90s at the running back spot. Fullback is what it is. We got 2 90s here. Dedrick Mills from that gimmicky Georgia Tech offense, and DeMel here from, where's that, fucking Kansas State. Little wide receiver, we have Calvin Ridley, the junior, trying to get, one of those, trying to get Alabama's offense back on track. They haven't had a whole lot of flashy playmakers on the outside. I mean, our Darius Stewart, that's not really that much. So Ridley trying to be the next Julio Jones in terms of production. Christian Kirk from Texas A&M, James Washington, Cortland Sutton. All these guys are beasts. We have Darren Carrington, did some bad things while he was at Oregon, now transferred to Utah. trying to really save his draft stock with a big year. Nelson there from Oregon. We have Pearson L. from Nebraska. Lazard from Iowa State. Big 6'5", 223. Trying to improve and try to get in that first-round conversation at wide receiver. We have Pettis from Washington. Very talented. Deontay Burnett from USC. Amon Richards, one of the best youngsters in college football today. 92 for Miami. Antonio Callaway, interesting. We will be controlling, but not really controlling the Florida Gators. Will he declare or not? I'm going to say he probably will declare, but it's still up in the air. Same goes with Deion Kane from Clemson. Some people think he will return for his senior year. We have to wait and see. Darren Andrews from UCLA. We got Kiki Kute from Texas Tech. Irvin Phillips, a 91 overall in Syracuse. Let's just try to keep it with more so. I guess we could probably shorten this video. Just going with juniors and seniors. So Equanimous St. Brown. Ridiculous name. Will he declare or not? Not exactly sure, but he's a beast for Notre Dame. Peavy here from Wisconsin. Nice little slot wide receiver. Cam Phillips from Virginia Tech. Turpin, speedster from TCU. Debo Samuel from South Carolina. We got Quandre Henderson, and get another. A lot of these guys are kind of gadget-type wide receivers, you know. Paris Campbell, interesting name from Ohio State. Anyone else here really notable that we can talk about? You know, that's pretty much it, I'd say. Oh, my God, that's loud. We got N'Keal Henry, I guess, for a youngster. But, yeah, that's pretty much wide receivers. More so the top end. A tight end, there's some big-time guys. Mike Gesicki from Penn State. Fumagalli from Wisconsin. You have Schultz from Stanford and Mark Andrews from Oklahoma. All these guys right here certainly are trying to, you know, creep up into that high second round. I don't know if there's a legit first-round tight end in this year's draft class, but all these guys probably, like, I think this draft class is as good as what we saw last year in O.J. Howard, David Njoku, Gerald Everett, Evan Ingram. I think there's, you know, very considerable talent here in comparison. There are definitely some better young. Look at this guy. Ncaa. I think this guy here is going to be a first-round tight end for sure. Best tight end prospect I may have ever seen. Unfortunately, he's on Georgia. Look at the offensive line. We have Connor Williams from Texas. He's a beast, first-round pick. We have Mason Cole, plays pretty much everyone on the offensive line. I'm pretty sure he started out and might be classified as a center when he goes to the pros. Mike McGlinchey, Notre Dame's a beast. Orlando Brown from Oklahoma is a beast. Those guys there all being considered as first-round picks here in the upcoming draft, as well as Trey Adams from Washington. Looking at left guard, you got Quentin Nelson, first-round pick, personified. Cody O'Connell probably will go second or third round. We're not going to talk about UTEP because, you know, we don't like talking about UTEP. Center, you have Billy Price, Will Clapp. I mean, both these guys, again, probably mid-round talents in the NFL. You have Ragnow here at center as well from Arkansas. He'll probably be a decent draft pick. Right guard, I mean, off the top of my head, I'm not seeing a lot of guys that may go in the first round, but I mean, a couple seniors here, 90s overall, you know, mid-round picks up at right guard. And at right tackle, the big right tackles, you know, everything's pretty much left. But I would say Braden Smith, you know, think like a Lane Johnson type uber athlete. Probably get tested incredibly well at the combine. Looking to have a good campaign here with Auburn. Left defensive end at D end here. We got Rashawn Gary, who we're going to be keeping an eye on as a sophomore. Can't come out yet, but he's going to be a monster. I'd say the top defensive end probably is going to be Deshaun Hand, the senior from Alabama. Looking to have a really good campaign. This guy's also good. Roland Jones here from, I think there's Arkansas State. 90 overall, very good freak athlete. Right defensive end, Harold Landry from Boston College, considered top 10 pick. Fringe top 10 pick. Worst case scenario, you got Bradley Chubb here from North Carolina State. He's a beast as well. Marquise Haynes, Connor Sheehy from Wisconsin. I mean, there is some great playmakers. Sam Hubbard, I don't know, not some if he's going to declare or not. He's definitely one of those fringe guys. But there's plenty of players here that are looking to make a big impact. A defensive tackle, we got the young guys, Ed Oliver. You got Ed Oliver, basically Ed Oliver, Christian Wilkins. Those are the big two. You know, you got freaking Dexter Lawrence is a monster. But I'm going to say looking for this year's draft class, Deron Payne from Alabama. Real good against the run. You have to look at Hurst from Michigan. He's really good. Lowell Tudele and Vita Valle. These guys there, the Samoan submission machines at D tackles, are looking very impressive. In terms of outside linebacker, Okoronkwo from Oklahoma is, you know, probably going to go second round. I would say high second round. Looking at middle linebacker, Kishi, unfortunately, in real life, is out for injury. But luckily enough, we started this in before that happened. And he's going to probably have a stellar campaign. Cameron Smith from USC, very talented. One of the best linebacking prospects I've ever seen. He's going to look to try to have a big year. Maybe we'll declare. Same goes for Azim Victor here. I'm a very good Washington Husky defense. trying to look to put forth a very stellar campaign. Right outside linebacker, we have Ncaa, another guy, probably top 10 prospect when you're looking forward. 6'6", you got that NFL length. He's going to be a DN outside linebacker. We've got to wait and see, but I'm expecting a big year from him, double-digit sacks for the LSU linebacker. Edge rusher, Jerome Baker from Ohio State is good. You also got Jordan Jones from Kentucky. Really rounding up the outside linebackers. At corner, we got Minkah Fitzpatrick. Is he a safety? Is he a corner? We'll let the pros decide that, but one hell of a defensive back prospect from Alabama. Iman Marshall from USC is very, very good. We got Quentin Meeks, MJ Stewart, Kevin Tolliver. Will he declare or not? Definitely something we need to wait and see. Fant from Indiana, definitely a good nickel corner, one of the tops in college football. Jordan Thomas from Oklahoma is a baller for sure. Jar Alexander from Louisville, probably going to be a first-round prospect, 91 overall. Obviously not ideal size and speed, but he's definitely a playmaker for sure. Tarvarius McFadden, another guy. Duke Dawson, I mean, not the strongest cornerback class. You got Carlton Davis, Brandon Facyson, from Virginia Tech. Not the strongest cornerback class, but there's definitely some legit ballers that we can look forward to. At safety, you have debatably the top player in college football, and that is Derwin James. Will most definitely be declaring, I think, as a redshirt sophomore. I think him and Darnold are probably the two that will get into that. You have Marcus Allen from Penn State, Jaleel Wadwood from UCLA, but I think Marcus Allen, the big-time hitter, he's going to catch a lot of people's eyes. Quinn Blanding's another one, same with Ronnie Harrison. Good safety class, especially at the free safety spot. And at strong safety, you have Hanson from Utah. You got Jordan Whitehead here from Pitt. You got Wingard from Wyoming. Not only is it Josh Allen show there in Wyoming, Wingard is a dominant playmaker, and that is probably it in terms of legit guys we need to keep an eye on. Definitely some other players here that you want to watch. Look at Marcel Harris. He's a beast. Once again, Florida with legit safeties. I don't know for special teams. I mean, there's not a whole lot there for the kickers. I would say the best kicker is debate. Well, I mean, I don't know. Look, where's the kicker from Carlson? I thought Carlson probably should higher than that. He's probably the best kicker in college. Disagree with that rating. But my boy Eddie Pinero with the biggest leg got going. And then punter, who gives a shit? So there you go, guys. That is a quick look at some prospects. This is usually 12 minutes of the length of the full episode, if shorter. But because it's the debut, we're going to talk about some of these prospects. You guys can let me know what prospects you're most interested in seeing throughout the process of the first year of NCAA as it correlates with everything you're going to be seeing and following with the Philadelphia Eagles. It's going to be fun. It's going to be good. So, but, maybe if there's certain players you want to see, you want to see me track, I will try to go my way if they get some momentum behind them. You know what? I'm actually thinking I'm going to upload this the day before. I'm going to upload this earlier than later because this is way too long. Like I said, because it's a double upload day, you're going to be getting a college football video before you get the Eagles video. I, at most, want it to be shorter than 10 minutes. So, that being said, because this is now just shooting the shit almost, the 19th is when I expect to debut the first episode of the Eagles Connected Franchise Mode. That is where you'll be getting a shorter, condensed version of Week 1 of college football. So stay tuned for that. Thank you guys for watching. And until next time, it's C4 saying, if you're stopping by and you want to get immersed in this Connected Franchise Universe mode, subscribe right now. Stay along for the ride. Big Madden 18 season here ahead for Beast Mode TV. Thank you guys for watching. And until next time, C4 saying peace out.